Jamaica, you ready? Raise your fist and shout out power. Raise your voice and say it louder. Rock your body if you love Jamaica. Rock your body if you really love Jesus. Come red, make we cross over. Come red, make we cross over. My soul, shout out for power. My soul, shout out for power. My soul, shout out for power when we cross over. Come red, make we cross over. Come red, make we cross over. My soul, shout out for power. My soul, shout out for power. My soul, shout out for power when we
Good evening, everybody. Good evening.
over. Hallelujah. 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 My God, let's hear we from them. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hey, God, baby,
From them. Ball out hallelujah. Shout out hallelujah. Hallelujah. My God, let's hear we from them. Hallelujah.
One mark in British.
Hallelujah. Let's hear we from them.
All right. Good night, good night, good night, everybody. Good night. Good night, good night, good night. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? We ready? All right. So tonight, comrades, we're going to be a long night. Share up the live. Welcome. YouTube. I see you over there on YouTube. We'll go on TikTok posse. I'm sharing the live. All right, how you do? Wow. Hey, perfectly imperfect. How are you? What's up, Vinel, over there on YouTube? Good night, everybody. Good night. As you come in, like up the live, share it up. Make us get this up and running. Is whole heap of things we have to talk about, you know. And we have a packed night because we have Comrade Jensek, an opposition spokesperson on information, Nikisha Burrell, who will be joining us at 8 p.m. sharp. Is it raining where you are? The rain coming down. The rain is coming from morning. Met service telling us that we are to expect bad weather. Well, it just start come down about 7 o'clock. The rain start. I don't know if you're having rain. Doorbell, that is your prerogative. But stay. I hope hey Auntie Tot, I hope you stay, you be respectful, and you will learn. Alright? I want you to stay because I want this to be an educational event for you. And I'm hoping, Doorbell, that when you learn tonight, it will impact you going forward. Alright? I'm just busy here sharing up my live, trying to get more people on. Alright. So I will go and write here, so I see what the problem is. Oh, sorry about that. When you seen me, there's something I was pressing the button on this side. Alright, so as me said to you, no, I don't want no guess in my box right now. As me said to you, we have a whole heap of things to discuss. The first thing we need to discuss is the government pushing through the constitutional reform report. It was tabled in Parliament today, comrades. You know, they seem to be on haste with this thing. They are on haste with it. And you know, them could have haste a little more. So they tabled the report today in Parliament. They did not take the comrade leaders' recommendations, right? So they seem to be doing everything back ways. Alright, so what may I wait for me May I wait for me? Well, I looking to see if I see any of my moderators. It looks like that my moderators are leaving me on my own tonight. It looks like my moderators are leaving me on my own tonight. Oh, I see a moderator come in, because I'm wondering what the hell is happening here. Listen to me. Okay, Doorbell, fair enough, you're not a labor right. Well, I am happy that you're here because this is a learning experience. Alright? No. The person the person has been muted. I got a copy of the green paper and I'm gonna read it for you, comrades, because it is very important. This is very, very important. This green paper. Let me see if I can find it for you there. It was dropped into one of the many groups that I am in. Well, then as I said, the labor right them go protest. The labor right them go try one little protest. 10 of them. All Derek me see. 10 of them. One of the lady them say, I can't even call her a lady. I don't even know what the hell that was. Say Mark Golden a cause our problems or something like that. Anyway, let me read the report for you. I'm going to read the report for you. So the ministry paper, the report of the Constitutional Reform Committee on the transition to the Republic of Jamaica and other matters. So the members should know that the Reform Constitution has been an ongoing process established of a joint select committee in Constitution on electoral reform. Right? So what is important with this? Wagwan Randine, you finally reach. Wagwan Richard, thank you for the shares. What is very important with this, comrades, is the fact that they made it a point of duty not to listen to the comrade leaders' recommendations. What I cannot understand, comrades, is why the rush. These people who clearly do not know the Constitution. Okay, she's wrapping up, no problem. These people who clearly do not know the Constitution, we're leaving them. We're leaving them to meddle in our Constitution. That's what it boils down to, Let me read for you what they are saying now. Oh, this is the full report where them published to NNN published the full report. But there is an article by NNN saying that they reject Mark Golding's recommendation to expand the Senate. They've recommended that they expand it. Yes, the report is out. The report came out today. It was tabled in Parliament today. Right? Them trying everything. And you see, this is what they're trying to distract. I hope Doorbell is still on. Doorbell, let me know say you're still there on the live, because we're going to go through some. Once we wrap up with the current affairs, we are going to do some education. Right? Minecraft. Yes, Minecraft, marking British at them. If them desperate. Me say the labor right, them desperate to a next level. Anyway, so that is one issue, right? They are trying to push this thing through. And this whole thing about the Marx, dual citizen and this is simply a distraction, because this is what they want to distract you from. Good night, Mr. Reliable. What's up? They want to distract you from paying attention to what really matters. You don't really want these people meddling in the Constitution? I don't. Today was a very exciting day, and I had to do a wellness check on Comrade Peter Bunting. Comrade Peter Bunting got the people them Police Federation conference, got cause a ruckus. He went and caused a ruckus. Them really got the people them something got cause a big problem, comrades and friends. I hear I'm not supposed to say comrades alone, I'm learning. He went and created a real ruckus. You know, you may have heard that Corporal Rohan James was barred from attending the Federation Conference, even though he is immediate past president. Right? He was barred. This is what I delete a while ago. I have a feeling that I delete something where I'm not supposed to delete. Oh boy. I'm still learning, you know, with this YouTube thing. So next time when you see me freeze, I delete the wrong thing. Anyway, I can't put it back. But imagine the man is the immediate past president and the high command barred him from going. What I cannot understand, comrades and friends, is why does the high command, because you remember, you know, the federation is like a union. So what I'm not understanding is how comes the federation, the high command have so much clout in the union. This is what not making any sense to me. How is it that the high command have so much say in the union? So Comrade Peter Bunting now went there, you know, he was the guest speaker. And the man, him dropped some words and hurt up the people them head. I'm going to play part of it for you. I want to play a part of it for you. Because he was interrupted by a past president who obviously aligns himself with the government. Because that past president interrupted the guest speaker's presentation on a point of order. I want you to listen well. The man is saying point of order. I've never heard of a point of order in the middle of a guest speaker presentation. It's probably a new thing, but that is what happened. I wanted to hear the entire presentation, which I do have. But Peter Bunting, him lick some shot today. Him caused them some serious consternation. Gonna play a part for you. You know what? I have a better idea. I have a better idea to make this something more.
Bluetooth mode.
Make it more so you can hear it. I want you to hear it. I want you all to hear this, so I'm just going to make sure that I play it through the Bluetooth speaker, BT speaker. Probably going to need about 10. Okay. Okay, so Nikisha says she'll be a little delayed. No problem. Alright, cool. Alright, no problem there. I want to play this thing for now. So how me not hear it? I want to go on right there, sir. Me not hear it. Me try to play it through the box, but me not hear it. BT speaker connected. Alright, me could just disconnect it, because me not hear it. I do my good old-fashioned method and hold it up so I can hear it. Listen carefully.
Police Commissioner.
Listen to him.
Members of the Police Federation Executive, distinguished guest speaker, delegates of the Police Federation, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, accustomed to getting a warm reception at Police Federation conferences. I don't know if today will be the same, because normally, for example, Commissioner, I am allocated a room that I can come down from the night before, speak to the delegates, hear their concerns, so that I can respond appropriately. This time I was not.
Man, start wicked, you know.
I'm told they had rooming issues. I also see a letter going around explaining that the commissioner did not give permission for Corporal Ron James to attend. Well, let me thank the commissioner for giving permission for me to attend. As the High Command having effectively muzzled Mr. James, it is left to me to be the principal advocate for the rank and file here today.
The man never come for play.
I notice only 10 minutes have been allocated on the program, so maybe I should say the theme of my remarks is time short rather than time come.
He never come for play at all.
But let me start, first of all, by acknowledging the hard work of the men and women of the GSCF. The vast majority of whom are professionals of the highest caliber. When I look at the police, the recent police statistics, crime statistics, serious and violent crime, I recognize that this year may be the first opportunity in 9 years where it looks like, and I want to knock wood, where it looks like the violent crime numbers, particularly murder, could fall within the range where it was previously during the last administration when I was minister. And you are achieving this through professional police work, without the public relations stunt of states of emergencies, which only misprioritized resources. If that was going on now, a bunch of you would be out in the hot sun between here and Montego Bay, or coming into the parish rather, at every point in the parish, in what didn't appear to be particularly effective checkpoints. But you have demonstrated that soldiers cannot replace police, no matter what powers you give them.
Hey, the police, them love him, you know.
You have proven that you are not just glorified security guards.
Okay. Wait, make we fast forward it little now, because it's a long thing. I wanted to hear the back part where the issue starts.
Eventually, a few years later, the Federation was formed to play that role. And the High Command has traditionally given the leadership wide latitude to stridently advocate for compensation, benefits, and welfare for its members. In fact, the hottest licks given to any government administration came from Superintendent Raymond Wilson, then Sergeant Wilson. And he did so courageously. Perhaps paid a short-term price, but he can walk with his head held high now. Pick him up, man. Pick him up.
Man come for fight, you know.
Unfortunately, I think that the High Command's actions appear to the public to be a sort of union busting. It appears petty, vindictive, and intolerant.
This is in the meeting with the High Command, you know.
It will have
Peter Bunting never got to play
on the future leaders of the Federation. I didn't have to be a prophet to predict that the presentation from the chairman earlier would be one of a much more conciliatory tone than we're accustomed to.
We're going to listen to this now.
This is a Watershed Police Federation conference. The delegates will decide the type of leadership they want for the next year.
That's right.
I hope they elect the leaders that the rank and file members deserve.
Hey, Sonny Bunny.
You will decide whether it will be a
When me moderator them there.
currying yes men type of leadership, or will it be courageous, strident advocates for your members?
Raji Paji.
Every organization needs checks and balances on central power.
Hear this now. Listen.
I don't oppose point of order, but Mr. Bunting, what is the point of order? That you are interrupting my presentation. Point of order.
This is Patrick Rowe.
Making your presentation, you decide how you make it. I am invited to speak. I will decide how I make my presentation.
Point of order. Senator Bunting, this is our parliament. When a point of order is raised, the person who is on their feet stops speaking and allow the point of order to be raised. Chairman,
You hear
I wish
him?
to raise a point of order.
Go ahead with your point of order, sir.
The point of order is that the matter, Mr. Senator Bunting is an invited guest to these conferences. Senator Bunting has to make his presentation within the rules of the Constabulary Force
Thank
Act,
you, Raj.
which prohibits causing disaffection among members. The
Wanna
presentation...
hear this? So Patrick Rowe now, where obviously is one of the government tools to muzzle, is there trying to muzzle Peter Bunting, the senator, who is the guest speaker at the event. Bye, Sonny. Bye, Raj. You never hear that? Comrade Gensek, Deputy Gensek, let me know when you're ready. I realize you're on. Girl, I didn't even know that you reach over here. All right, let me see who is in the guest box. All right, let me see if I can find you. I'm looking for you. I need you to join the box so that I can bring you on. But, you know, this is just so weird. They're just like how them muzzle. Just like how them muzzle Rowan James. They're trying to muzzle Peter Bunting. I never hear this yet in my life. But they picked the wrong one. They literally picked the wrong one. Who tell them say they must mess with PB? You can't mess with PB. You cannot mess with PB. You pick the wrong one. But what this shows, comrades and friends, it shows you just the lengths that they will go to shut up any dissenters. They want everybody on the same page. They want the people them to be like a herd. You never hear nothing, so? Anyway, we're moving on to, you know, she said the people them Diaspora conference look like it a go flop. Little bit before me come on, you know, this is what me see. Diaspora conference in danger of missing target. That's what I saw. And I am, quite frankly, I am not surprised. I am not surprised because you can't be continuously hitting out against the diaspora in one way or the other, trying to muzzle members of the diaspora. You cannot be ignoring some, engaging only one set. Refute, basically bullying another set. Going public and calling them all sorts of names and expect, say, they are going to support everything that you do. On Friday, on this program, we will have Wilfred Rattigan, who will speak about the next diaspora protest, which will be in 2 weeks' time in Washington, D.C. I think we'll have 2 of them. Right? So, you see, it's like them expect, say, they're going to be bullies but get what them want. Them don't realize that people stop take bullying now. Yeah, man, them well bright. June, thank you, Twitch. Twitch can tell me. June 13th, yes. So, basically, in another 3 weeks, that is when it will be. Boy, will heap of people. Good night, YouTube. Jennifer, Kevin, all on over on YouTube. Good night. No, man, Bunting, take them on. That man was thoroughly embarrassed today. But who is going to be embarrassed is Alanda, Terry Long, and the whole lot of them. How can you be trying to muzzle the diaspora and then expect them, same one, to turn around and support you now? Me not understand. It not make no sense, it not add up, it not pan out. It not pan out at all. So the thing about it though is that the members of the diaspora who are carrying the thank you to it, so the next one will be June 13th in Washington, DC, and that is it, Herb Nelson. He's the person. Herb Nelson and Wilfred Rattigan will both be on the show on Friday at 8 p.m. Alright? Tomorrow is Tony Hilton, Comrade Tony Hilton. Thursday, remember I'm not on Thursdays. So Friday will be Wilfred Rattigan and Herb Nelson. Thank you, Twitch, because that was organized by somebody on my behalf. Alright? So we're going to just have that in the brain. Because it's going to be, listen, we're going power pack from now on, you know. Power packed. But at the end of the day, them conference are going to flop, and this is going to be an embarrassment on the government. You know what is going to be another embarrassment? Another embarrassment, comrades, is the fact that these people pushing through the constitutional reform and the King's Council them, because them decide, say them want to do it their way. These people make up their mind, say they want to do it their way. They don't want to listen to anybody. Right? And this is what is going to be another embarrassment, comrades. Remember when we had Comrade Patrick Peterkin on with Comrade Donna Scott Motley and Comrade Shari and Henry on. Comrade Peterkin spoke about the fact that the Privy Council was putting in another rule, another layer to prevent Jamaicans from directly accessing them. Remember last night we spoke about the fact that the Privy Council is from 2009 have been showing signs that they're tired of we, you know. You understand? So they have now this new, me know say me have it in my notes, you know. Me know say me have it in my notes. So me know say me love write my notes. You know say I love to write my notes. And when Comrade Peterkin was on, he spoke about devoid of merit. See me find it. Devoid of merit. Right? The new rule that they were coming with, where a judge, an English judge, when a defendant makes an appeal to the Privy Council, it is not directly going to the Privy Council anymore. This rule has come into effect from May 17th, according to Comrade Peterkin. Right? It's called the devoid of merit rule, where the case will now be seen by one judge who will decide if this case is worth going to the Privy Council, going in front of the 5 law lords. The merit rule. There you go, Shari. Thank you. The merit rule. Thank you. And basically, if that judge decides that it is not, somebody pin Shari Melanin's comment for me, please. By the way, Shari Melanin is our junior spokesperson on justice. All right, she's our junior shadow minister on justice. The rule is called the merit rule. And what will happen is that, and if I'm wrong, Shari, just correct me in the comments. One judge, who is an English judge, will look at the case before it goes to, and determine if it should go to the Privy Council, if it have enough merit to go on. And if they can strike it down and send it back without it ever going to the Privy Council. And if it is struck down and the person can appeal it, then it goes in front of 3 judges. It not reach Privy Council yet, you know. And if those 3 judges decide that it's not going to Privy Council, it's done right there, so it still not reach Privy Council. But yet the Jamaican Constitution says that the Privy Council is a right. It is in the Constitution that we have a right to appeal to the Privy Council. So this is what the King's Councils are contending. Right? So they are saying, if you can see, that it violates our Constitution. But I am going to ask you this. Why should the Privy Council give a rat's ass about the Jamaican Constitution? Who is we? Who is we but a former colony? Using up their resources as according to Lord Phillips in 2009. It means nothing to them, T. Our Constitution means absolutely nothing to them. Why should they care? To hell with our Constitution. It's been from 2009 they're trying to kick us out. The Privy Council has been hinting to us from 2009. I read the BBC article last night where Lord Phillips made it, who was in charge at that time, made it explicitly clear that it is time for us to create our own court of appeal. And yet we are doing this whole process of constitutional reform, and the Labour right them still don't want to get rid of the Privy Council. They still don't want to get rid of. They don't realize that right now we are heading towards a conundrum. And Mark Golding, we paid into it from start, Tara. Thank you very much. We have been paying and not using it. Now, tell me if this makes sense. So pretty much what is going to happen is that remember, the Labour right, they must know about this merit rule. They must know about it. But the bottom line is they do not care. So if Vibes Cartel's appeal did go through after the 17th of this month, the single judge is devoid of merit, of the view. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you for clarifying that. Devoid of merit. I remember that is what Comrade Peterkin had said. The single judge can determine if the appeal is devoid of merit and send it straight back. And they know this. But they really do not care about the justice system. They don't care. They have been violating Jamaican People's Constitution from God he knows. So if they are violating the Constitution, why do you think them going to care if the British people them violate the Constitution? Why do you think them going to care? Them don't care, you know. Wanna try remember say Andrew Holness swear allegiance to them. Remember say Andrew Holness swear allegiance and is part of the King's Privy Council. Right? Remember that this clown swear allegiance to them. When you try remember that. So if him swear allegiance to them, why don't you think him going here? And that me want to know. That is what I want to know. So we are heading to a political, a legal conundrum when the Privy Council decides say here one. None of these things coming up, you know. We are sending back everything. Now, before Comrade Nikisha comes on, there is something that I want to touch on briefly that I heard today on the news when I was leaving my office at around 5 o'clock. I was listening to the 5 o'clock news and I heard the BOJ is something that is to me, in my opinion, very important. I heard the BOJ talking about this thing. And when I heard them, I said to myself, how classist. They were talking about the new polymer notes and the fact that the $50 and the $5,000 are very similar, right? They're very, very similar in color. And a lot of people are having issue, especially in dim light. Now, I heard this lady here, Haynes, can't remember what is her first name, but the same one on the screen. And Richard Biles, the governor of the Bank of Jamaica, basically snickering, right? Claiming that they don't understand what the issue is. Because in other countries, in first world countries, all of the banknotes are the same color. If you go to the US, all of the banknotes are the same colors. And people don't have an issue. And I said to myself, how classist. First and foremost, they fail to understand that a significant subset of Jamaicans are illiterate and innumerate. Thank you. Me mix it up too. Me mix them up. I have a patient now, an elderly patient, that I see every week religiously. And it's enough time the man take out $50 to pay me with. You understand? But this just goes to show you that these people who are in high places are so inconsiderate. And this is why I have to bring it up. Because I was very, very turned off by their comments that was playing on the radio. And I have to call them out on it. Because if you're in an industry, you're supposed to have some level of emotional intelligence to understand your clients. You can't be snickering that, oh, all the US dollars are the same color. And all of this, and they don't understand what the issue is with Jamaican people. Why would you, if you can't just read the note? First of all, you are dealing with people who are not necessarily able to read. They distinguish the difference between money based on the color. It is something that has always happened. We as a society have always understood that we have other issues contending with. One being primarily that people are genuinely illiterate. And this is why we have made our monies different colors, the denomination of the money different colors all along. So this is what it means when I say that people are bright but not smart. And usually I have the utmost respect for especially Richard Biles, but I'm very disappointed with him. And the comment that he made today, I think it was very, very, it was very insensitive. And if people are having a genuine issue, the issue needs to be addressed. And many people have an issue with it. Of course it is confusing, T. It is very confusing. And so, if they're going to change, yes, they're very rude. I found their tone very, very condescending. Very, very condescending, especially Randine. Especially when you have, exactly Randine, especially when you have foreigners who come here. Remember, this currency is new to us. It is new. And when we travel, we mix up foreign currency too. Me mix up foreign currency. When me travel, I mix up foreign currency all the time. The tone of their voice was very, very condescending. Like they're saying, well, hey, what's your issue? Why are you having an issue with this? And I'm saying to myself, oh, really? No, we have to do better as a people. Yeah, you give away your $2,000. That's the thing. We have to look at the problems and solve them. You understand? Let me see if Comrade Jensek is ready now. Because I want to bring her up in the box. They just sound privileged and me no know. Me no like it at all. I don't like it at all. So you heard it as well, live. Yes, exactly. Exactly. You heard. You see, I'm not the only one. Because when I heard it on the news, I was like, what the hell? They sound privileged and, I mean, Okay, great. Excellent. Let me send you an invite. Let me send you an invite so that you can come up and we can kick this thing off. Looking for you in my... You can also press the little guest button, and because your name not coming up in my list as yet. Oh. Send me an invite. I'm not seeing you up as yet. Trying to get you. Send me the invite. Just press the button with the two heads by the side on the left side at the bottom of the screen, like a blue and a red head together. Press that and send an invite. Comrade Jensek. Tapper and Adder. I was trying to, you know. Gonna take time with me. Remember, say me, I'm not getting the option T. That's why I'm not doing it, because I did tap, but I'm not getting the option to tap and add. You understand? So I am trying to find. All right. What I want you to do for me, add the request boxes. All right. I added them. All right, good. I see it now. No, Cardo Mike, I can't bring you in. I see Cardo Mike trying to come in. I see Cardo Mike trying to come in, but I'm not seeing Nekisha. May I try again to change the fixed panel. All right. Okay, Nick, what you can do now is press one of the buttons on the box. You see the box now? Just press it and you will come in. And when you come in and switch the view. So just click on one of the plus buttons now. It won't allow you. I wonder why. I've seen other people coming in, but I am not seeing you. You know, Twitch also had that issue with me. I wonder if it's... Do I follow you? Her phone is not... Oh, all right. No problem. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to call you. Because it not work out. I just go and call you. So sad. It would be nice for them to see your pretty face. Yeah, you see, as me said, Mrs. Escobar said, it would have been nice for them to see your pretty face, because you see why? It says because you Randine is saying it's because you don't have enough followers. Listen, go to the Comrade Jensek page and follow her. I see. So this is, I didn't know, me never knew either, my love. It's new to me. I didn't know that you had to have a certain number of followers to get this. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
Well, you're popping my TikTok cherry.
Yes, this is, you are the second or the third TikTok cherry that I've popped. I'm going on well. I'm a real stud muffin.
You are. I've been just, watching TikTok videos and stuff.
Nice.
But I was one of those, who were holding out.
I wonder why.
How things would settle with TikTok, but I'm an Instagram baby.
I know.
But I'm happy to be on TikTok tonight with you.
All right.
Listeners and viewers.
I am happy to have you. You're also being streamed on YouTube simultaneously. Let me show them your pretty face. So, comrades, I would like you to welcome Comrade Nikisha Burrell, who is the Deputy Gensec of Communications in the PNP, as well as the spokesperson on information, the opposition spokesperson on information. That is her behind me. I really wanted to get her up in the box so that you could see her, because most people, you know, Nikki, I will heap of them don't know what you look like, you know.
Oh my.
Yeah, so we have to change that. We have to get you more into the limelight, you know. But okay, they're saying you only have 60 followers. Well, don't worry, we're going to fix that. We're going to fix
How
that.
many I need? How many followers do I need?
I'm not sure. These people are more. These people know better than me, you know. You hearing me?
Well, the
Okay,
next time you invite me on, I'll have enough followers.
definitely, because we have to work on that. Let me know all you need, at least 300. Don't worry. Listen, by tomorrow we will get her to the 300 followers, people.
Yes.
Yes. By tomorrow we'll get you there. All right, Comrade Gensec. Now, a lot has been happening in the spotlight since yesterday. Well, let us go back. I want as the information spokesperson, I want you to just give the listeners and viewers a synopsis of everything that has happened in the last few days to get us to the point where DARYL has breached the data privacy of the comrade leader Mark Golding.
Well, I think if we start over the last few days, we'll be a little late in the game.
Right.
Because what we're seeing playing out now began a few years ago, but really took on new levels of interest around February of this year when we had the local government election. Local government election came. A certain party believed they had the supreme right to dominate the local government election, and that they were the heirs to this forever throne they had erected for themselves, because they had been able to bamboozle the country and overstayed their time in the local government courts.
Mm-hmm.
They felt that they would dominate again in February of this year. That wasn't the case, and that has caused the party to really go unhinged. That, coupled with the fact that a few weeks later, a poll was done by Don Anderson and Marketing Research Services Limited, which showed that the People's National Party had not only maintained its hold on the impressions with the public, the perceptions, we had now surpassed the JLP by 8 points in the poll in terms of voting intention as expressed by the persons polled. Those two factors in and of themselves would be enough for a sane party to go crazy. But when you put that with a Jamaica Labour Party, then that's a recipe for meltdown. And so we're in meltdown phase for the Jamaica Labour Party, and they can't contain it. So that meltdown, they're hoping to spill over into the public sphere, and of course we're their direct target, the People's National Party, and particularly our party leader, who has proven to them what we already knew, that he is the contender of contenders, and that he is in the final stretch to becoming the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. And so naturally they would train their arrows at him, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Okay, so basically now we are at the point where they have decided to go for the jugular, or attempt to go for the jugular with the comrade leader.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've seen where he's moved from a space of being only having a 12% likability to now being literally within 3% of Andrew Holness.
Right.
So we are really seeing now that they are
That
going
is a statistical dead heat.
at statistical
coming up,
dead heat, right?
which means they're neck and neck.
Right. So they have now decided to jump on this citizenship bandwagon.
Yeah. started with the usual suspects, the DARYL Vaz through his tweeter, the person who tweets on his behalf,
Right.
and Juliet Cuthbert, the usual suspects, those who are not busy enough managing the portfolios they've been assigned.
Mm-hmm.
It started with them, and we expected that, but it took on new meaning when the Prime Minister, who's been MIA from the media and from public scrutiny, suddenly popped up on CVM at sunrise. I can't tell the last time the Prime Minister has availed himself to so be accessible by the public, let alone CVM at sunrise. And that took on new meaning. It really signaled to us that the Prime Minister was now in a stage where he was being led by the tail. The dog is being wagged by the tail being DARYL Vaz in this case, and his people who are pushing the Prime Minister to take on a nonsense case in the public sphere. It's an embarrassing exercise, and one that a DARYL Vaz could get away with, because we expect him to dabble in foolishness. But for the Prime Minister of the country to take on this futile case and to so proudly carry it on CVM's stage, we as a country, we are really at a new low.
Somebody is saying to me now that are you still on the TikTok? You still, or you came out? Somebody was saying you're using the phone. Okay. Or because somebody asked to see if you can join the live now.
I promise I will come back another night.
Okay, they say I should add you. All right, let's just continue the conversation with this method. But I am not surprised though, Comrade Deputy Jensek, because let me tell you, I saw images of Mrs. Holness cooking on CVM at sunrise the week before, and I saw her singing at another event the day probably a few days before that. So I realized, I've been saying on my live for weeks on end that Andrew Holness is, and as somebody who studied marketing, you would know, Andrew Holness is a dead product. And the hardest thing to do is to resuscitate a dead product. So all they are trying to do is resuscitate him, but it is not going to help. You understand? So this is why I am not surprised that they've literally fired Nestor, and they are now trying new things to get Andrew Holness relevant again. You understand?
Yes. It's funny that you mentioned that the Prime Minister's wife was on CVM 1 week cooking and another week singing.
Right.
That has given new meaning to singing for your supper. That's quite interesting.
Literally,
no singing for their supper, and it's a matter of them eating humble pie, and so early in this general election cycle. What else can the Jamaican public expect from them? How low will they go? Will Andrew start dancing? Well, sorry, he's been doing that.
He's doing that, exactly.
They've been trying everything because they realize that they're on a runaway train. They can't catch it back, and it's called Mark Golding.
That is it. But we have seen where DARYL Vaz now, through his desperation. Well, I know you heard the interview yesterday on Beyond the Headlines.
Yeah, I did.
Sounding completely unhinged, almost like a crazy person.
Yeah, and I think the host found it very difficult to contain her reactions because it was borderline ludicrous, for a minister to accept an interview like that and then come on the interview totally unprepared because he didn't realize the nonsense until perhaps he was hearing it coming out of his mouth.
I don't think he realized the nonsense up to now, to be honest.
I think he does. Anyway, I'm sure someone has said it to him. But Mr. Vaz is known for carrying a line even to oblivion. He will deny anything that is thrown at him for many years, and we know that. So he will continue a line forever if if needs be.
Well,
Mr. Vaz came on and tried to accuse the host of bringing up his past and his personal experience.
I heard
But
that.
he was the one who laid it on the table for discussion. He was the one who compared the fact that he had to give up his U.S. citizenship in order to serve. Yet today he tweeted that he wasn't forced. He voluntarily offered his citizenship to the United States. And no, it's moved now from the ridiculous to the sublime, because he's attempting right in front of us to rewrite history. And maybe they could get away with it before social media existed or before we were able to archive stories. But no, he's trying to rewrite something that happened in 1997.
No, it was 2007 actually. But it,
2007.
yeah, but it's, as you say, it is sublime, or as Derek will say, so real, so real. By the way, Derek and a few others were out protesting today, about 10 of them. Did you see that?
Derek was hiding. I'm not sure if it was him, because that person was...
The person duck.
I guess they're following suit. Everybody's out to sing for their supper. But quite a lot of them didn't get the script. Some were accusing Mark Golding of putting them under duress, or not giving them justice. They want justice from Mark Golding. They're suffering. Yeah, she said they're suffering.
They're suffering. Mark Golding suffering them.
Obviously, Mr. Prime Minister, they need to take that up with, because he is in charge of the government. So their suffering is not Mark's doing. It certainly should be laid at the head of their leader,
Yeah, so Mr. Vaz now went ahead and exposed what should be private information about the comrade leader's acquisition of his passport, his visa history, a lot of things that nobody should know apart from him himself and perhaps the staff at PICA, who would be duty bound to hold this information in safekeeping.
And beyond duty, they would be legally bound. Back in 2012 to 2016, I was advisor to the Minister of National Security.
Right.
And PICA falls under that ministry, and so I had to do a lot of work with the men and women who worked at the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency. And let me tell you, in that time, I can speak to the tremendous work they did and the high level of professionalism. Not that Mr. Bunting would have ever contemplated asking anything that is bounded by confidentiality and privacy laws of the persons who worked at PICA. But I know that even if he was drunk one night and made that request, no one in their right mind at the time would have offered this kind of information to anyone. But it's beyond duty, as I said, because they sign legal documents of confidentiality when they accept these jobs in these very sensitive posts. But it's quite unfortunate that just on the heels of passing the Data Protection Act,
Exactly.
that we're having this kind of conversation. And again, on the heels of the rollout of NIDS,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, Kamla, but